Welcome to the You Need More Money podcast. I'm your host, Matt Manero, where I come to each and every week from my studio in Dallas, Texas. We're going to continue on these teaching moments that I've mentioned to you in this series that we're doing in the podcast, where I'm actually teaching out of the business finishing school curriculum in an effort to get you exposed to it, and also in an effort to help you take these concepts and put them into play in your business and your life. And the biggest problem that most people have is they're not willing to go there. What I mean by that, and probably what you think I mean, is that you're not willing to get transparency in your life, and you're not willing to fall on the sword, and you're not willing to hit record and throw up all your problems for the world to see on social media. Man, that is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is you're not willing to go there, and you're not willing to test out and look at the tough data of your freaking life. You're afraid. I don't care about your problems when you were growing up, and I don't want you to hit record and tell me about that bullshit. What I'm interested in is, are you willing to test out, see exactly where you are in your life and your money, and then do something about it? Because most people will never test out, and they'll never do something about it, and they'll just keep telling me their same damn problems. So on today's episode, I'm going to give you a freebie. I'm going to give you a chance to test out. And in business finishing school, what we call it is the BSI test, your Business Success Index, and I'm giving it to you for free. I'm going to go through it on today's podcast, and I'm going to ask you to take the test and test out to see where you really are in this world of business. You can get the test at getmybsi.com. It's 100% free to you. It'll take you 3 minutes. It will spit out your score right at the end of it. It is literally 100% free, and it will take you 3 minutes. Now, when I first took this test, I scored a 39. Anything below a 70 is a total failure. And I need you, if you're going to go to getmybsi.com and take this test, you better be honest about it. Because anytime I see somebody who takes this test and their score is 80 or 90 or 95, I know they're lying. Dude, I was in business 20 years, leading people, hiring people, managing people, growing a successful business, and I scored a 39. So don't give me that bullshit that you're going to score an 85 the first time you take it. The only thing that tells me is you lied. And you didn't lie to me, my friend. You lied to you. This test is so vital for you to understand where you are in your leadership development skills. And I go a step further to push you on testing. Have you taken a personality test? Have you read my darn book called You Need More Money and started to do the exercises that are in that book to test out, to see where you are? Because I don't believe change occurs unless you have foundational understanding of where you're starting from. And you get it through testing out. So let's go into the BSI test. There's only 10 questions in this test. And you're going to rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. And then at the end, you're going to total up the scores. And if you're fully honest with yourself, most business owners will score below a 50. In reality, probably somewhere in the 40s. So here are the 10 questions that you're going to ask yourself when you take the BSI test, available to you at getmybsi.com. Here's first question: delegation. Are you able to delegate tasks in your office? If you are, if you're a master at delegation, you're going to score a 10. And if you suck at it, you're going to put a 1. Now, why would you put a 1? Because you're Superman or you're Superwoman. All decisions must go through you. I don't trust anyone. Everything has to be cleared through me. That means you're not delegating very well, and you would give yourself a 1 or a 2. If you delegate everything, in other words, you're not involved in too many decisions in your office at all, you'd give yourself a 10 according to Business Finishing School, because we believe you want to move in that direction. You want to empower your team to make vital decisions so that you can play to your superpower, the one or two things that you do extremely well. Question number 2 is going to be on time management. You already know you're chaotic. You already know the odds are pretty slim that you're managing and time blocking properly. That's okay. We'll fix it in Business Finishing School. Number 3, a business strategy. Do you have a crystal clear business strategy of where the organization is going for the next quarter, next year, or maybe even the next decade? Number 4, leadership. Are you a good leader? Number 5, what's your debt situation, both personal and in business? You got to answer that question. If you're buried in debt, that bad boy is going to be a 1. If you have no debt, that bad boy is going to be a 10. Number 6, values-based decision making. Do you have a clear set of values that you overlay against all the decisions to make sure that what you're deciding upon is in alignment with the business values? Number 7, what's your stress level, my friend? How maddening are you? How overwhelmed are you? How much chasing of the tail are you doing? Number 8, a company accountability and management by objectives, which we talked about in one of the previous podcasts. Where are you on that scale? 0 to a 10. Number 9, individual accountability, both for yourself and for the people within your organization. Do you have an accountability roadmap for your people to hold them accountable for success? And number 10, are you on purpose? Do you really know what you were put on this earth to do? That's it. That's the test. Now, when you go to getmybsi.com, it's free. You'll have a little bit more detail of exactly what the question means so you can better answer it. But in our experience of thousands and thousands of people who have taken this test, we have found that most people score somewhere in the 30s to 40s if they're being totally honest and transparent. If you score higher than that, man, I wish you the best of luck. That's awesome. Congratulations. Let's get it even higher. But in reality, most people are going to get a failing grade on this, and that's why we did the test, to give you the opportunity to understand exactly where you are in your business leadership life. And really, we believe, without getting this number into the 90s, the probability of your business being successful is radically reduced. So that's it. It's called the getmybsi.com test. It's the Business Success Index. It's our gift to you so that you can begin to do what I believe, forget about my Business Finishing School involvement, this is just me here, what I believe is vital to getting to the next level is being open and honest where you are currently, and you get there not by hitting record and throwing up your problems on social, but by testing out. I'll see you down the road.